The 1769 colonial Christ Church building has a number of remarkable stained glass windows. None of the present stained glass windows date from the original construction, but are all from the 1860s and 1870s. This video shows the principal windows that grace the church and their location. The original windows were sashed pane glass clear windows, as shown here, in a detail of an early 19th century drawing. The chancel window was added in the 1870s in a modest expansion of the church building to the east. This Palladian window was donated by a major church benefactor of the latter 18th century, George de Hart Gillespie. A Palladian window is a large window consisting of a central arched section, flanked by two narrow rectangular sections. This chancel window, initially an exterior window, became an interior window in a further 20th century eastward expansion of the church. As can be seen, it is a classic decorative window. The most dramatic set of stained glass windows, though, are the two sets of four windows that border the nave of the church on the north and the south. This is one of those windows. These windows are called double lancet windows. This term is derived from the two side-by-side lancet windows, each measuring 24 by 107 inches. Lancet windows are narrow, high windows, capped by a lancet, or acute arch. It takes its name from being shaped like the tip of a lance. The lancet window is one of the typical features of the early English 13th century period in Gothic architecture. Each lancet consists of diamond quarries stippled with a rose glass paint. In contrast with the chancel window, the double lancet windows admit significant light and are thus functional. The diamond quarries are bordered by an abstracted vine motif set in combinations of red, green, and blue glass, augmented with both orange and yellow silver stain. Nestled between the lancets at the top of their arc is a feature called the tracery. Each of the 8 traceries contain an icon of Christian spiritual significance. Moreover, these traceries are paired across the nave. The easternmost pair represent the two great sacraments of baptism and Holy Eucharist. The next pair represent the two great mysteries of Christian doctrine, the Trinity and the Resurrection. The next pair are named Nomina Sacra, or Sacred Name. The IHS tracery icon has several translations, including the Latin abbreviation for Jesus, Savior of Men. The PX tracery is the Christogram, derived from the first 2 Greek letters for Christ. The final pair of windows are the Alpha and Omega windows, which are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet, the language of the canon of the New Testament. The 4 pairs of double lancet windows replaced the original sashed clear glass windows in 1867. These windows were originally in St. Thomas Episcopal Church, then standing at Houston and Broadway in New York City. This structure was being demolished as the parish moved uptown. Again, through the good offices of George de Hart Gillespie, these windows were sent here and fitted to the window openings by Morgan & Sons of Brooklyn, New York. These windows then date to the 1840s and thus are rare full sets of antebellum American stained glass windows. A very interesting feature of the stained glass windows configuration is the way that the tinted glass splays color across the interior of the church. These are through the south and west windows. The windows on the western facade are stained glass that emit prismatic streaming light. The windows and the dappling prismatic effects are shown here. The color splashes move around the church interior on the walls and the pews, as the earth rotates its position with respect to the sun. In 2007, a complete restoration of the windows was begun that included the 2 west facade and the 8 double lancet windows. The windows were removed and brought to a studio for complete disassembly, restoration, and rebuilding. The work included cleaning, waterproofing, re-leading, painting, and repair. The objective was restoration while maintaining the look and feel for historic stained glass. This work was overseen by Feminella Associates, and the studio work was performed by Art of Glass of Media, Pennsylvania. Though added a century after the church's construction, these beautiful windows have enhanced both the historical and spiritual experience at Christ Church.